Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I have a terrible habit of reading while I'm walking. Here, let me pick this up for... Huh? Oh, sorry. I just noticed how stunning you are. You're really, really attractive. You look surprised. What, did I catch you off guard? That's my bad. I can assure you that it wasn't my intention to do so. I'm horrible at holding my tongue, you see. I just couldn't help myself. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but looking at you, you deserve way more than that. Have you looked in a mirror recently? You deserve to have the entire dictionary devoted to you, with many of those words used several times. Oh, definitely. If it were up to me, you would hear words like breathtaking and striking and enchanting so many times that you'd probably be tired of hearing them. Or better yet, you'd be able to hear them in my voice whenever you see them. Yes, but not just in the books. If I were really lucky, you'd be able to hear me whispering them to you anytime you even caught a glance of them, no matter where it is. Right, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. When I'm faced with someone like yourself, my mouth tends to move faster than my mind and wax poetic before I can even think of what words to say. But as I've always heard, the heart tends to find the right words before the mind has a chance to. And as you may have noticed, my heart has found quite a few words for you. Well, considering the vastness of words in every language, dead or otherwise, I can safely assure you that my heart has found only a few words. Though, let me assure you that with every passing second, I'm finding even more words that I can put to such a striking visage. Yes, indeed. Striking would happen to be one of those words, as would radiant. Seeing as how you've burned yourself into my vision, as well as my mind. Ah, you're right. Again, my apologies. My tongue is that of a lover's, where my mind was more logical. However, it seems that when I'm looking at someone who so perfectly embodies the essence of love, logic fails me completely. Speaking of which, I should probably return this book to you. You seem to be enjoying it when I so rudely interrupted your reading. Is it a good book then? I could tell. Your eyes lit up when you spoke of it. Oh, my dear, I could listen to you speak of the book all day. Your voice is so melodic when colored with the sounds of love. Why, love of the book, of course. At least, that's what I had assumed. Unless, perhaps, your attention was directed at something else? Perhaps, if I may be so bold, at someone else. Oh, your eyes have gone wide. Have I surprised you yet again? Again, I'm sorry. I've been quite caught off guard by your presence. I hadn't expected my trip to the library to be so eventful. No, I'm afraid I didn't. As often as I've come here, I can't say that I've ever come across someone who has left me as enchanted as you have. Oh, well, now I'm the one who's feeling flustered. To be called attractive by someone such as yourself has my heart beating like a wild bird in a cage. You should be more careful with those sweet words, my dear. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart, and as I've told you, my heart is faster than my mind. And where matters of the heart are involved, my head tends to follow its lead. Lovesickness may start in the heart, but it will find its way to my head sooner rather than later. I'll fall for you before I even have the chance to catch my thoughts and pull my head from the clouds. Of course, I would have to catch my thoughts. If I were to set them free, like you suggest, then you'd have enough love letters and poems and odes to your charm to fill a book, if not shelves upon shelves of them. I assure you that you would. When I told you that I would use every word in the dictionary to describe you, I meant it. Every single word at least once, of course. And even then, I think I would be tempted to use some of them at least a few more times, repeating them until I could write them in my sleep. Oh, why, that sounds like a challenge. Are you perhaps challenging me, my dear? On the contrary, I love a good challenge. Though, with you as my muse, I wonder if it will truly be a challenge. You've already brought several words to my lips and tongue already. You have an idea on how to make it more difficult? Well, you certainly know how to capture my interest. Though that's been clear from the second I laid my eyes on you. Do tell, my dear. What is this suggestion of yours? Now that is an interesting suggestion. To see who can fill a notebook with poems and odes about the other first. Now that sounds fun. Though I think that there may be one more thing we can take into consideration before we agree to this challenge. Yes, I think that while I can think of a great many words and stanzas in mind to describe you, it would be easier to think of more if I could see you again. Perhaps I am suggesting to a date. Are you opposed to the idea? Excellent. Then perhaps do I have a pen I could borrow? And might I see your hand as well? Thank you. Now, let me write down my number on your hand so that you can contact me whenever you please. I hope your hand isn't too sensitive. There, and as I've said, you can contact me whenever you should want to, and I do mean whenever, my dear. I will be more than happy to hear from you. Oh, of course. To hear your voice or to read your words, either would bring a smile to my face. Then, if I may, could I see your hands again? Thank you. Then I shall leave you to your books. I look forward to hearing from you again. Oh, did I get some ink on my lips? No, my dear, there's no need for that. I think I shall leave it as is, as a sweet memento of our first meeting. That look on your face, you look quite pleased with the idea, am I correct? All the reasons to leave it there then. I do hope to hear from you soon, my dear. I'll count the seconds until I see you next, and write a letter for every moment in between.